Right. Well done, Susan.
Serlene's next to run the gauntlet. Let's find out more about her 2 jobs.
I've been working for the council for about 8 years now. I work in different departments, so I've got a lot of experience on different departments. I'm always head down, got the work done. So obviously the place is quiet. I have a weekend job where I work in a nightclub in Reading, and it's good. So I dance for 3 hours, Friday and Saturday nights, and I enjoy it. I come out there wearing my tight gear, more sexier.
3, 2, 1.
And straight through Panther. Now Lightning. Oh! She's doing a quick job here. Oh, over the top of Falcon. She's through. That's fast. The mighty Maggot wormed her way through that lot easily enough.
Sorry, congratulations. I've just heard you got the fastest time. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Serlene picks up the extra point, which means after 5 events, Susan's on 29, Serlene 23.
And now over to the men. Steve is at the other end, and he's going to be facing, dare I say it, 3 of our biggest and meanest gladiators, Trojan, Shadow, and Warrior.
These contenders have gone through a lot to get here. Steve facing 60 stones of gladiators now. It'll be like trying to run through 3 brick walls.
Gladiators, ready! Three, 2, 1.
Here comes Steve, and look at this. Excellent work there from the big fella. Now he meets Shadow, and Shadow's giving him the old pugil stick routine. Oh, guys, really? This is 2-on-1. This is not on, guys. What's happened there? John stopped the action.
Warrior, you may not pin your man to the ground. You're disqualified.
The clock was stopped when the ref's whistle blew, and that's the time which will be awarded to Steve. And Steve's wife happy with that decision.
Warrior, it didn't look fair what you did. We've got to ask you, what happened?
Well, I knocked him to the ground. I mean, I don't need to cheat. I'm the biggest and the strongest gladiator, so I don't need to cheat.
Did look like you were holding him down. Shadow was behind you, too, ganging up on 1.
No, he was just so small and skinny that it was never going to get through anyway. I don't need to cheat anyway, man, okay?
Oh! He's not happy, I can understand that. He's obviously not happy. Well, Steve, not the way you want it to happen.
No, not really. I got to the end by the end, I suppose, even though it was by default. But, you know, I beat the first 2 fair and square. If he wants to pin me down, let him do it. He's big enough lad to play the game properly, isn't he?
Now, Steve, be honest. When you looked at the 3 gladiators, did you really fancy your chances?
No.
No.
But I did it. I did it. I'm there.
Well done, Steve.
Cheers, John. Thanks a lot, mate.
And next up, we have Roland. And remember, Roland is our strength athlete. This one promises to be explosive. John, over to you.
3, 2, 1.
And the gladiators have changed positions for this powerful guy. Straight through Trojan. And Warrior holding him up. Doing a good job there. Oh, Shadow trying to use his ramrod as a pugil stick. It's there to bolt contenders, not bop them. Roland picks up that extra point for the fastest time.
Cheers, John. I felt quite comfortable there. That was nice. I like a bit of rough stuff now and again, you know.
You obviously fancy your chances.
Yeah.
Well done.
After 5 events, Steve's on 15, Roland powers on to 41. Event 6 is Tilt, a high-tech tug-of-war.
Susan's poised and ready, but pulling against her will be Falcon.
And Falcon on the wrong end of the fulcrum. And looking at the stats, Susan giving away 5 inches and 2 stones.
Take the strain.
First pull.
3, 2, 1.
What she lacks in size, she makes up for in quality. An Olympic gymnast represented Great Britain. And the rope going between her fingers. Oh, she's landed on her bottom.
result of the first pool was a win for the Gladiators.
Falcon well pleased with that decision. Well, our cameras haven't found Susan's husband in the audience yet, but let's find out how she met him.
I met Christopher 6 years ago. And I was teaching in a gym, John Burns Gym in Swansea, and I had a very good following with aerobic ladies. And he used to just pop his head round the door and have a little nosy, you know. He'd never do it on his own. He always had to have one of the other boys with him. He's a bit shy, see. And I used to wave to him. And then one day we met in town and we went for Spud You Like. And I just put my hand on his knee underneath the table. And he went, ooh. So it just went from there, really. You know, we were really good friends to start with. And then he just grew on me. Like we got a very good bond. We're very, very close and love each other very, very much. He means a lot to me. A lot to me.
Second pole.
3, 2, 1.
And actually, Susan could do with a little help from her husband up there in the weight departments. And Falcon's got the board back. And Susan's not letting go. Oh, she's pulled the Falcon from her nest. Susan picks up 5 points. Let's turn the tables. And next up, waiting at table, will be Serline, and she'll meet the Nightshade.
Serline's ready for a tug of war against Nightshade.
Take the straight.
First pull.
3, 2, 1.
This should be interesting. The mighty maggot Serline gritting her teeth, and so's Nightshade. And look at that, she's reeling her in. And Nightshade is fiddling with the rope. She's got it caught between her legs. She's not looking comfortable. She's going down. And comparing stats, Nightshade a foot taller than Serline and 2 stone heavier.
Take the straight.
Second pull.
3, 2, 1.
Table back, Serline again, and Nightshade not having it. No, look at this! How can you pull such a big girl off the table? She's going forward. Oh, Nightshade recovering. Look at this, she's not having any of it. Serline hanging on for dear life. Oh, well done, Nightshade. That was awesome.
Serline, I can quite honestly say you're a real tough nut.
Well, the first time it was good. The second time, I nearly had her, but she just got the big jump at the back and she got me. But she's very strong, very tall, very strong.
But you must be pleased with 5 points.
Very pleased with 5 points.
Better than nothing.
It is, thank you very much.
Well done,
Thank
Serline.
you.
And well done to Nightshade.
After 6 events, Susan's on 34, Serline 28.
Steve's up there and he's facing Trojan.
See some fun? Keep watching, man.
Over to John Anderson.
Take the strain.
First pull.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, that was too easy. The Trojan horse falls at the first. His wife Nicola well pleased. Taking a look at their stats, they're both the same height, but Steve giving away nearly 4 stone.
Take the strain.
Second pull.
3, 2, 1.
Trojan gets it back this time. And he's not... And oh, he pulls him straight away. What tremendous strength.
Steve, you have something to say about the second pull?
Yeah, I want to put in a complaint. His table definitely wasn't down when we started the pull.
Well, perhaps we could get the referee over here and discuss that decision. Certainly with the first pull, there was no trouble at all.
Yeah, well, he's just got no balance up there. And again, he had to tip it back,
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
Well, once they're also pulling against gravity, of course, so you have a slight advantage
Well, we'll
perhaps to
see.
start with.
I don't think there's no advantage on this game at all. It's,
No?
It's a hard game. It's gladiator based, really, I think.
Yeah. Well, you took no prisoners with the first one. Let's hear what the referee's decision is.
As far as I'm concerned, the tilt was in the correct alignment. I see no reason to alter the decision.
Well, Steve, that's how it stands. One successful pull, 5 points to you, and you certainly did your job, Trojan. Well done.
I did on the second one. The first one, I mean, from up there, it's like trying to pull an oak tree out of the ground. It's so difficult. It's very difficult for us. Such an advantage, but the second one, oh, I'm a gladiator. I'm supposed to do that.
Well done. How do you feel about being called an oak tree?
I didn't call him that.
I'm a
Well
bit
done.
aggrieved about the second pull, but there you go. He's a strong man.
You're a good sport, too.
Thanks a lot.
Come on,
Thanks,
Stu.
thanks,
Well done.
Well, in the replay, we can see the tilt table is down. Good call from our referee. Next up, it's Roland. Here's how he trains.
People think we're absolutely crazy that see us training because Sunday mornings when everybody's in bed relaxed or at the pub, we're running around with beer barrels on our back up to 100 kilos, which is 220 pounds, doing 100-metre sprints. We carry concrete blocks in each hand that weigh 12.5 stone each. We pull trucks on ropes, which we call hand over hand, which is basically like a tug-of-war, but you've got a 10-ton truck on the other end of the rope. And then we finish off with what's called the harness pull, which I mean most of you will have seen, where you're in a harness. And we train on that on what's called Rocky Hill in Corby. And we basically do about 25 metres up there with something like a Jeep or a car. Obviously, you couldn't pull a lorry up a gradient like that. And people think we're crazy. And actually, the other week, we had a chap stop and get out, and he went, "What's the plan, chaps?" And we realised he actually thought we'd broken down. I thought, well, we'll wind him up here. What I said was, oh, didn't you realise with the new EEC regulations, you don't just get a spare tyre and a jack, you actually have to have a harness by law now, and what you can do is tow it to the nearest garage, so we're on our way. And I think he stood open mouthed thinking, is he serious or is he winding me up?